Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to talk about the horizontal containers in Tableau. In Tableau, a horizontal container is a layout container used in dashboards to organize and manage the placement of multiple objects or visualizations side by side in a horizontal arrangement. Horizontal containers can help create a structured and neatly organized dashboards by allowing you to group the related data contents together, which ensures that they maintain a consistent alignment and width. This is particularly useful when you have multiple visualizations or other dashboard elements that need to be displayed in a row-based format. Horizontal containers can provide an efficient way to control the positioning and sizing of the objects within a dashboard, which makes it easier to build the informative and visually appealing data displays. So let's go to the Tableau screen and see how can we use this horizontal containers. We are in our Tableau screen and over here I have created 4 visualizations. So there are different visualizations on different sheets. Now I'm going to place them on the top of a dashboard. So to create a new dashboard, I will go over here in this option of new dashboard. Then I will change the size of my dashboard from over here by going in the size option. Instead of minimum, I will choose the automatic option. After choosing this automatic option, let's say if I'm dragging and dropping these sheets one by one, let's see what would happen. So if I'm dragging and dropping this sheet one, you can see it is acquiring the complete space. And as soon as I drag this sheet 2, it is then claiming the half screen. So if I'm dragging it over here in the horizontal arrangement, it will then make the screen split into 2 halves in the horizontal arrangement. Now, if I was not doing this thing, if I want to divide the screen space into vertical arrangement, what do I need to do? So instead of that, if I just press Ctrl Z and if I drag and drop this sheet 2 again over here, you can see it is now dividing this screen space into vertical spaces and these are 2 equal halves. Now, whenever you are dragging and dropping any third sheet, so let's say if I'm dragging this third sheet over here, you can see it is doing the exact same thing over here. It is dividing the screen size into 2 equal spaces. Now, this is not useful when you want to keep 3 different sheets and you want to acquire them the exact screen size. Now, it would not be so useful. And let's say if you want to place this specific sheet over here somewhere where we have this white space. In that case, what do you need to do? Because whenever you are dragging and dropping this sheet, it is acquiring the complete space. So in that case, what we need to do is we would use some containers. Now assume these containers as an empty vessel. These empty vessels can be placed anywhere, and in that empty vessel, you can drag and drop any sheet and any visualization, and it can be also any other objects as well, and it would acquire only that area. So let me create a new dashboard and again change the size to be automatic. And this time I'm choosing this horizontal container. Now the horizontal container and vertical container are very similar in nature. The only difference is that one brings the data in the row based format, the other brings the data in a column based format. So right now I have choose this horizontal container. Now, if I drag and drop this sheet over here, first it would try to acquire the complete space. If you want to fit any other visualization over here, then what you need to do is you need to drag this over here and you can see it is coming. So we have to choose this small space over here. It can be on the left hand side and it would also come over here on the right hand side. Now, make sure you don't choose this bottom part or the top part, because whenever you are choosing this, what would happen is it would convert the horizontal container into vertical container. So over here, I'll come and choose this small part and I'll place my sheets over here. Now you can see it is acquiring the half space. Now let's say if you have this sheet 3 over here and you want to do the same thing with it. So you can drag the sheet 3 over here and drop it somewhere over here. Now it is very simple in nature that you can just drag and drop this arrows and you can adjust the size of your sheets. So you can use these drop arrows and you can just drag them and you can change the sheet size over here. Now, the idea over here is that this complete visualizations, all these 3 visualizations are inside a single container only. Right now, that single container is acquiring my complete screen space over here because the tile option was selected. But what if this tile option was not selected? What would happen in that case? So let's say if I'm creating any new dashboard again, I'm changing the size to be automatic. And this time I'm dropping this horizontal container over here. But instead of the tile option, I'm choosing this floating option. So I'll drag and drop this over here. Now you can see it is only acquiring a specific area. Now let's say I wanted to place my bar chart over here somewhere in the specific area. Now what I need to do is whenever you are creating any container with the help of this floating option, To drop any visualization on the top of it, you need to first press shift and then drag and drop that visualization. Now it would acquire only that space. Rest of the space is still empty and I can place any other kind of visualizations over here. Now let's say if you want to divide this particular space into 2 or 3 parts, again you can drag and drop these sheets over here and you can see it is acquiring that part. If you want to select that horizontal container, you can go over here in the empty space and you can double click. Now whenever you are choosing a specific visualization, this space would be gray in nature. So you can see this space, it is coming in gray in color. But whenever you go over here and to double click, if it is coming blue in color, that means it is selecting that particular container. If you want to just remove that container, what you can do is you can click on this arrow and you can use this option of remove container. If you want to fit your all the visuals in equal spaces, what you need to do is you can use this option of distribute contents evenly. So this will then what it would do is that whatever the horizontal container size is, it would try to divide that particular size into 2 different parts. That would be same in nature, but 2 different parts I mean for each sheet. And if let's say if there are multiple sheets over here, so if I'm placing another sheet, let's say I'm placing this third sheet over here again, so it would try to divide that space evenly. Now let's say if I'm choosing this container again by double clicking over here, and I'm just increasing and decreasing the size. You can see now it is looking good. So this container is acting like a vessel, and in this vessel, I can easily adjust my visualizations and I can be sure that this is the only space that would be utilized by that particular visuals. Now, if you want to fix these visuals, you can select these visuals individually, and over here in the size, you can adjust the size also. So let's say it is acquiring the entire view over here. So this would be done like this. Now, if we talk about the vertical container, it is also same in nature. So we will see that in detail in the next lecture.